right, welcome to Lesson 2, Guided Notes. We are going to continue on our interpreting scatter plots. So we're going to this time describe some patterns, and we've got a lot of vocabulary here that we're going to have to learn about first so that we can use this vocabulary to describe and interpret our scatter plots. Clustering. This is data that are grouped together. All right. An outlier is a data point that is far from the rest of the data. Positive association, this means as one variable increases, so does the other variable. Our graph will kind of look like this. It will have a positive slope. Okay. A negative association in our data as one variable increases, the other variable decreases. The graph will kind of look like that, or have a negative slope. Okay. No association. There is no pattern in the data. And we've learned linear and nonlinear before. Linear, and this time in data, I'm going to make up a new math word. Straight-ish line. Straight-ish. And nonlinear will be a curved line. We'll get more specific with our straight lines in a little bit. All right, turn the page. Let's see what we have. We are going to identify some clustering and some outliers. So first of all, we have to make a scatter plot for the table, for the data. Use the scatter plot to answer the question. So it looks like I have a title, tree, age, and height. My x, my y, my x is going to be age. And my height is going, or my y-axis is going to be height measured in feet. Okay, here's the hard part, trying to determine a scale. So look at my x's. I have anywhere from 3 7. Well, that's going to be pretty easy. I should be able to count by ones in this scale. And let's see what's going on with height. 12 is pretty low. 45, 44, 45, 37, 98. All right, so let's see. Definitely can't count by ones. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Well, that's not going to work. How about 5s? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. If I count by 5s, I only get to 60, and I have to get my 98 on my scale. So I guess I'm going to have to count by 10s. 10, 20, 30, 50. It'll make things a little bit difficult, but not too bad. All right. All right. 5 and a 42. 4 and a 12. 5 and a 43. 41. I've run out of room. Now, I plot a whole lot faster than you do, so you might need to pause the video, finish your plotting, and then resume. All right. Identify any clustering in the data, and if there is clustering, describe it. All right, so I do see a lot of data points right in that area. So there is a cluster, and this cluster is at 3 to 6 years with many trees between, where are they? They're clustered right in this section, right? Between 30 to 50 feet. That's how we're going to describe our cluster. Okay? Now we need to look to see if there's any outliers in our data. And if there are, we need to name them. So let's take a look at this data again. And I see that this point is pretty far away from everything else. And so is this point right here. So we're going to name our outliers. I found 2 of them. So we have outliers at, and the first one was 798 and 412. Those are kind of where our outliers are. Okay? So you've gotten a chance to see what a cluster looks like and how to describe it, and what an outlier is going to look like on your graph, and how to name it. It's just named by its ordered pair. Okay? Turn the page. Now we need to describe some associations in our scatter plot. So this part is going to be easy. Positive association, negative association, or no association. 3 choices. So we see these points over here. And they're kind of, if you look at them, they're kind of sloping downwards. That's what I mean by that straight-ish line. So if it's sloping downwards, we know that we have a negative association. You see all of these points kind of going in that direction. They're going in that general direction. There's our positive association. And look at these points kind of all over the place. There is no pattern here. They're just kind of all over. That would be no association. And no, you cannot abbreviate. And now we have to decide if they're going to be linear or nonlinear. And this is what I mean by straight-ish. And we're going to get into some straighter lines later. But obviously this isn't a straight line. But it does follow more of a linear pattern. Okay? This one follows more of a curve. So that one is our non-linear association. And lastly, we're going to make a scatter plot, and we're going to use that scatter plot to answer the question. So here's X, Y, time spent studying and grade earned. Look at your teacher getting lazy over here. That's my title. All right, so time is going to be measured in hours, and the grade looks like it's measured in percent. All right, let's find, oh, I'm pretty sure that we could count by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have to go too far. And let's see, can I go by 10? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Yeah, I can go by 10. That'll work. Okay, so this person spent 2.5 hours studying and got a 93, which is out there. 3 hours studying for a 91. 1 hour studying for an 82. 1.5 for an 84. Didn't spend any time studying, but got a 71, 2 hours, and an 85, 4 hours, and an 86, 3 hours, and a 98, and 2 hours, and an 88. Okay? Alright, so now we need to describe our pattern of association. Let's see. So I see a positive association because I can kind of see this kind of upward trend here, which means as one variable increases, so does the other one. And it is showing more of a linear than a nonlinear. So I'm seeing a linear association as well. It's more linear than curved. Okay? We have an in-class assignment and some practice and possibly some homework after that.